This is This CSS Life. Each month we choose a theme and bring you stories from the CSS community based on that theme. This month's theme is the election. For Kelsey Dickinson, I'm Alex Leach. Act 2, Politics Across the Pond, is brought to us by international student Zara Davies. She talks about politics in Indonesia and compares them to politics in our community.
So with us today we have Zara Davies. Zara, where are you from?
Okay, Zara Davies, 18 years old, from Indonesia.
Where in Indonesia are you from?
Jakarta, capital city of Indonesia. It's about 3 million
Wow.
people in like a small city. But,
So coming here, was that pretty weird for you?
I was just a village girl. And then went to British International School.
Now, going to British International School was a huge privilege for Zara because there is such a large gap in the wealth of the population of Indonesia. There's no middle class, and the rich are only getting richer and the poor are only getting poorer.
5 years. And that's when I started speaking English, just like 5 years ago.
So we sat down with Zara and she had a lot to tell us about the politics in Indonesia. In a lot of ways, it isn't very different than elections here in the US. The campaigning is for the same purpose, but they go about it in very different ways.
Well, we've got like many parties in Indonesia, like a lot. And then they'll have their, ways to make people just support them. Some people just support them from the family. Like, oh yeah, my mom supported this, therefore I just support this party. But other parties pay for for people. So like before the election, they pay people
To vote for them?
to vote for like any party. Like they kind of hide it and then pay for them, which is kind of cheating. But yeah, that's the thing about Indonesia I don't like. They just play with money and they're very corrupt. The thing about these parties, they don't really introduce what kind of parties they are, because Indonesian people mostly just don't really care, because what we know, just like there's nothing, it's not moving on. Like they kept promising, oh yeah, we're gonna have like better road, better situation, better money, better everything, better health, but it's not happening.
It's funny because here in the US, candidates are always accusing each other of squandering money away, embezzling, and whatnot. In Indonesia, however, you see this happening on the street. People are so desperate for money that they will do anything, even vote for the corrupt politicians who take advantage of them. Zara talks about seeing this in Jakarta.
Yeah, we're independent, but it's so obvious that we're not. Like if you're going to Jakarta, you can see many people on the side of the road just like begging money, and then the little kids would just jump up a minibus and try to get money, and they would just like steal money out of people. It's really wild in Jakarta.
So would you say that compared to Indonesia, what's the election here like?
I don't know. We always think that any countries, but except for Indonesia, it's always more organized. And what I can see in here, they have like fair play. I guess they do speeches, and then people actually vote for what they wanted to do for America. But then not Indonesia. I never heard any speeches from like next president. Just all I know is suddenly, oh hey, there, next president, and like some housewives just voted for president because they're good looking. Like it's just a really stupid question. They just don't know. They have no idea about why they're voting for the next president. Where in here, they're more like very selective.
Zara tells us that she wishes she could vote because she believes that many voices can make a big difference. In Indonesia, the president can serve up to 2 5-year terms, much longer than here in the US. After some digging, we discovered that in fact, Indonesian parties are mandated by law to produce qualified candidates for presidency. But in reality, the most qualified people are finding it difficult to have a clear voice amidst all the corruption. Zara's own experiences can help us here at CSS to broaden our political minds on November 6th when we head to the polls, and look not only at how our election affects the world, but also at how we are a diverse country and more similar to our counterparts across the pond than we really think.
Thanks for listening to our act to This CSS Life, Politics Across the Pond. Today we brought you an inside look into the political life of one of our international students we have here on campus, Zara Davies.
We're talking about politics and we're just getting hotter and hotter.
This concludes Act 2 of our show. Thanks for listening. I'm Alex Leach with Kelsey Dickinson contributing, and we'll see you next time on This CSS Life.